KCAA and KCAA Internet Television, the station that leaves no listener and no viewer behind.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Shopping with Bev. This show brought to you by Starflight Entertainment. Music by Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band. Song title, Living in Paradise. Now here's Bev.
Welcome to the show, everybody. And I'm glad you're here because we got a full packed house. We have two special people that are going to be calling in. If I sound like Jimmy Durante, I drank coffee, it went down the wrong way, and I'm trying to get rid of it. And this show here, as everybody knows, this is the last show for 2012. Do you believe it, everybody? We're the last show for 2012. Wow.
What a fast year.
Hasn't it been? It went
sure has.
Boom, huh? Yes. And this show is going to be all about getting everybody ready for the new year. And our first guest, straight away, Razzmatazz, I'm happy they're here, is Marie and Don from Got Pain. And hi, darlings.
Hey, Bev, how you doing?
We're doing good. And you look very pretty today, Marie.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. And we have Elaine. She's over there playing with some bags from Smart Health Talk, and we're going to be talking to her about the new year. So how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. I brought some special goodies for us today, too, so we're going to have some fun later.
There you go. Okay, and then Jesse from Jesse J Collections, our designer, he's going to be calling in later on today. He's out of state, but he is going to be calling in. I will not tell you about our other caller. I just wanted to be a total surprise. We have Rob, our board op, with us today, one of the coolest guys around. Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Very well. How about you?
I'm good, and thank you for doing all your magic all these times through the whole year.
Paid no attention to any mistakes I've ever made.
Hey, I won't if you won't bring up any of my mistakes.
I haven't even seen one.
Oh, we're going to get along famously.
That's right.
Yes. Okay, now let's get on with the show. Marie and Don from Got Pain. So what's new?
Well, you know, we do magnetic therapy, and one of the things that we're encouraging everybody is balancing your pH, because when you balance your pH, you feel better, you look better, and you do more. Mm-hmm. And as Don can vouch, whenever he has magnetic therapy, he's feeling good and bouncing around like he was 10 years younger.
I'm a regular ball of fire.
I seen that on the tennis court and everything else. Yes. And Marie, would you please remind everybody briefly your history on how you started on doing the magnetic therapy and your background?
Well, I am fourth generation doing magnetic therapy. I am a holistic health practitioner. But it started for my great grandmother's family was doing it, and before her. So I started magnetic therapy here in the United States about 4 years ago. But we have been practicing in Mexico for almost since I was 16. I've been training, so. Mm-hmm. It's been quite a while.
And also, you were a registered nurse, weren't you?
Yes, for almost 20 years, but since we're able to get licensed here in the state of California, this is all I do is magnetic therapy.
Well, I'll tell you, me personally, I got to thank you and Don, especially you, Marie. And I can honestly, truthfully say to everybody in the whole world, if it wasn't for you, I would not be sitting here.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you look great. And
well, with your help, thank you, doll. Like, nothing like a little box of hair dye, too, Yes. And when somebody is thinking about doing the treatments, what should one do? Walk them through the line.
Well, one of the things that we do find out, we get biofeedback and we see what is ailing you, and so we concentrate in those areas. And also at the same time, we try to give you a overall magnetic therapy, so that way you're completely balanced from head to toe, and your body's able to heal itself at its optimal.
That's it. And everybody's body, if they get to the right person or start the right treatment, everybody's body can heal regardless what it is, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We were, I'm a Christian, so I totally believe in that you were made to heal yourself and live forever.
Well, I'm planning on it.
I'd like to add something, because I've been listening to this, and I'm as a dietitian, I'm very open to other therapies. But one of the stories that we actually did on Smart Health Talk was for a new treatment for mental illness. And this was for people that had tried all different kinds of drugs, all different kinds of treatments, and nothing worked for them. And so they have this new treatment, and as I'm listening here, I'm thinking maybe not so new, but it's kind of like an MRI for your brain. Yeah. And what they're finding is it's actually waking up parts of the brain. It's almost like rebooting your brain using the magnetics. And I was kind of wondering your opinion on that.
Well, if you look into March 7th, 2011, Times Magazine came out with the article talking about magnetic therapy and how it helps conquer bipolar and other psychotropic dispositions.
Therapy, I'm sure.
Yeah. And so, and yes, we have excellent results with brain damage, all types of psychotropic dispositions, and empty cell, also, with certain areas of the brain that are not functional.
So actually, you've been using, this is a therapy that's been used for healing.
For thousands.
Way before these people came out with this big old machine.
Yes.
Yeah. And then that's what cracks me up about some doctors and psychiatrists. Oh, we just found it. I didn't know it was lost. That's what gets me giggling. And with everybody that, like with me, before I came and went to Maria, I went to my primary. We went through the whole thing, and they wanted to do the slice and dice and yada, yada, yada.
Which is scary.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So I mentioned you to him, and he said, go. With my blessings, go. So I went, and I'm glad. But, yes, if something is wrong, you should be saying this instead of me, but you know me, I got a big mouth. If something is wrong, go to your primary, find out what they think, get your doctor's report, and take it to Maria. That's what I did. And once you had the report of everything that they found, then it was easier for you to go on down the line, right?
Yeah, usually if we know what we're going to concentrate on, it does make it easier, but, there's always a root to every ailment, so we do have to find that root. Even though the individual will bring in their report, we still have to find the root of that ailment.
How many doctors say that when you go into them? Oh, we're going to find the cause of this. No, they just try to put a Band-Aid on it and prescribe a drug that kind of, masks it or manages it, but it's not really getting to the core of what's wrong. And I love the fact that Maria actually looks for that.
She does. She's a miracle worker. And talking about the drugs, the other thing that cracks me up, how many times have people, when they watch the television and all these commercials for all these drugs, and you hear all the side effects, right? And you're going, the side effects are worse than what I got.
I can't even believe some of those side effects. And as a dietitian, my recommendation is always to choose non-invasive treatment above everything. Surgery is always the last resort.
That's right. So, Maria, go on. I'm sorry. We interrupted again.
Oh, no, you're doing great. And you're doing great because you've been through it.
Yeah.
And as you know, we don't recommend any medication. Of course, I don't interfere with anybody's doctor's recommendations in regards to medicine. But one of the things that we do recommend is nutrition. So everything can heal. The body can heal with nutrition. And Bev has witnessed that time and time again. That's all we recommend is nutrition, and everybody seems to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since I've known Bev, I've seen a difference in her energy level. It seems almost like the even though I didn't necessarily know the old Bev, I'm guessing that the old Bev is back a lot more so.
And everybody's going, oh my goodness!
Watch out now!
Yeah.
She's coming back, everybody.
New and improved, the new model, honey.
That's great.
I feel like a car salesperson. The new model.
Well, it's nice to see, the seasoned generation to be full of energy, and not just full of energy, but full of wisdom and able to teach everybody else. That's their wisdom. So I'm glad to see that you're full of energy and you're getting stronger, and that you're the new and improved model.
People must love you. They must come back and just say, oh, thank you so much for giving me my life back.
Well, we don't advertise except for here with Bev, and we are always busy. So it's all word of mouth.
Happy patients.
And she gets more hugs than anybody.
Yes.
Yeah, to have your life back has got to be the greatest gift that, if you couldn't function, if you couldn't walk or move your joints, just somebody think clearly. And like we were saying about Bev, just to be yourself again and have that energy.
Well, a lot of these people that come to us with the fibromyalgia and the lupus, they're depressed, they're in pain. And
that could be a death sentence, too. Lupus, especially.
Well, supposedly there's no cure for it, but guess what?
Yeah.
We've had success. And it's amazing watching these people come out of their shell, no longer depressed. They got wonderful personalities. They feel good. Life-changing stuff.
And then also a lot of the people that I got to meet from going to Marie and Don, and these people you see every day in our work and in all the functions and the chambers and on and on and on and on. And before I did go to Marie, everybody knows I'm really big on doing my homework. I went on a serious snoop attack, let me tell you. And
I encourage that.
Yeah, and everybody was telling me, and I went over there, and there are 3 lovely ladies that I met, and that we became very good friends. And so Don, he gets everybody scheduled, and he's going, okay, this woman's going to be with her, and this woman's going to be over there. And while we're sitting there, it's like you're at the Piggly Wiggly. Now, if you were never down south, if you don't know what the Piggly Wiggly is, it's a local grocery store. Everybody goes down there.
It was a book I read as a child.
Okay, and everybody knows everybody. Well, that's what happens. And the people that you meet in the stories, and seeing these people from the beginning to now, and seeing them improving and getting happy and everything else, I mean, it chokes me up. It brings a tear to my eye. Do I cry there? No, only once. Marie and I had a crying session, but nobody else knows. And the only thing I can say, whoever is listening to this program for the new year, that's what this program is for. Go and talk to Marie and Don. There's another alternative without the slice and dice, without laying in a hospital bed for umpteen thousand years, a bill that you have to mortgage 5 houses and every one of your children.
Trying to find the answer to what's wrong with you, because you're like, I know I'm not right.
Right.
But you don't know what it is, and nobody else knows what it is. And I have like another question too, as far as like people that have been drug dependent. Mm-hmm. And been on prescription drugs for anti-anxiety, depression, things like that. Maybe even been cocaine, heroin, opiate addict on Vicodin, which we know 99% of the Vicodin produced in the world is sold in the U.S. Mm-hmm. So we know we got a lot of people in it.
Okay, now.
The therapy does detoxify, so it's an excellent way of detoxifying your body. And it's very profound, and it works at its optimal.